Welcome to English Grammar 1 Unit 21. Will or shall number 1. When we think of will and shall number 1, means here we think of a future using will or shall. We use will when we decide to do something at the time of speaking or at the moment of speaking. It is a simultaneous decision. When you start doing something, when you want to do something and you decide now at the time of speaking, then you use will for that. We don't use will for decision taken before, for pre-planned decisions. Will is used for a decision taken at the moment of speaking. For example, we say here, oh, I have left the door open. I remember that I have left the door open. So I said, okay, I'll go and shut it. This is a decision taken now at the time of speaking. Immediate decision. So we use will plus the base form. And the form is here will plus the base form, or it can be I shall go and shut it. What would you like to drink? This is a question. If you are sitting in a restaurant with your friend and he is inviting you, invitation is not a pre-planned like this. It is at the time of speaking. He asks you, what would you like to drink? You will say, I'll have an orange juice, please. This is a decision taken now at the time of speaking. So the person says, I will have. He uses will plus have, or she uses will plus have. Did you phone Lucy? Oh no, I forgot. I'll phone her now. I forget indicates that the decision is taken at the time of speaking. So you say, I'll phone her now. So the speaker used will plus base form to express a decision that is taken at the time of speaking. We cannot use a present simple I do or I go in these sentences to express a future action that is decided at the time of speaking. We don't use a present simple. We just use will plus the base form or shall plus the base form if the subject is I and we. I will go and shut the door. We say I'll go and shut the door. A decision taken now at the moment of speaking. So the speaker used will plus go. The speaker don't say I go and shut. The present simple here is not used. It is incorrect. We often use I think and I will, and I don't think I will. Okay, we use an introductory phrase, I think and I don't think if it is negative. If it is positive, we use I think. If it is negative, we use I don't think, and we use will after that. So it becomes like this. For example, I feel a bit hungry. I think I'll have something to eat. Here a decision is taken at the time of speaking. So the speaker says, I'll have something to eat, but he introduced his statement by saying, I think. And it is positive. So he says or she says, I think I'll have something to eat. In the next example, when the decision is taken at the time of speaking and it is negative, the speaker can introduce a sentence like this: I don't think I'll go out tonight. I am too tired. Here the negative is used with the verb think, not with the verb will. If we say the sentence directly without using I don't think, we use the negative with will. It will be I will not or I won't go out tonight if we speak it directly. But if we introduce it by I think, and we must use the negative with the verb think. So it becomes I don't think, and the what comes after that is positive. I will go out tonight. So the negative is used with the verb think, not with will. But if we don't use the introductory I don't think introductory phrase, then we say directly, if we say the sentence directly, then we say I won't go out tonight. I am too tired. The negative comes with will, and it becomes I will not or I won't go out tonight. I am too tired. In spoken English, the negative of will is usually won't. Won't equals or means will not. Won't means will not. And here we see the example. I can see you are busy. I can see you are busy, so I won't stay long. This is immediate decision, simultaneous decision at the time of speaking, and the speaker says, I won't stay long. It is negative here, so it becomes I won't, means I will not stay long. B. Don't use will to talk about what you have already decided or arranged to do. We have already said that we use a present continuous for things we have arranged, decided to do, and arranged to do. Means we have a decision and arrangement. In case of decision and arrangement, we use a present continuous. We don't use will plus the base form for decision and arrangement. We use will plus the base form for decision at the time of speaking. It is not a decision taken before. It is taken at the time of speaking. When you take a decision at the time of speaking, you use will plus the base form. But if you have taken a decision before some time and you did certain arrangements, then you use present continuous. So in this example, I am going on holiday next Saturday. I have decided already before and I did certain arrangements, so I say I am going on holiday next Saturday. I use present continuous. We don't say I will go, because we have already planned it before and we have arranged for that before. If I decide now, that is something different. When you decide at the time of speaking, you say I will go or I will plus the base form. The next example, are you working tomorrow? Here we are asking somebody and we are asking about arrangements and a pre-planned decision. Decision planned before and arrangement. That's why we use present continuous in this case. We don't say will you work, because we are speaking about the plans and arrangements of the other person. So we use present continuous, not the present simple. So to conclude this part, we can say that we use present simple to express a decision at the time of speaking. When you take the decision at the time of speaking, you use will. When you take the decision of doing something in the future at the time of speaking, you use present, you use will plus the base form. But if you take the decision before some time and you have arrangements, then you use present continuous to express the future action. As in the two examples in part B. C. We often use will in these situations. If we look at these situations here, offering to do something, agreeing to do something, promising to do something, asking somebody to do something, you will find out that all the situations are immediate situation taken at the moment of speaking, and the decision are taken at the moment of speaking. That's why we use will plus the base form. For example, in offering to do something, that bag looks heavy. When you say to somebody that bag looks heavy, this is the time you saw the person. So you say, I'll help you with it. You took the decision at the moment of speaking, so you say, I will help you or I'll help you with it. You don't use present simple and say, I help. No, you say, I will help you with it. In the second example, agreeing to do something. So, for example, a person A says, can you give Tim this book? You don't expect that this person will ask you this question. So when you are asked this question, at the time of speaking, you will decide. So the decision comes at the time of speaking. So it is immediate decision at the time of speaking. So you use will plus the base form to express future action. So you say, sure, I'll give it to him when I see him this afternoon. In the third case, we have promising to do something. You promise someone to do something. At the time of promising, you take the decision at the time of speaking, so you use will plus the base form. Thanks for lending me the money. This is the first example. Thanks for lending me the money. You thank somebody who gave you the money at the time of giving you the money, so you say, I'll pay you back on Friday. You take the decision at the time of speaking, so you use will plus base form. It becomes, I'll pay you back on Friday. The next example, I won't tell anyone what happened. I promise. I promise means now, at this time, at this moment, you say I promise. So what do you promise? The action here comes that you are going to do, that you will do in the future. So you say, I won't tell anyone what happened. You took the decision at the time of speaking and decided not to tell anybody. So you say, I will not tell anybody or anyone what happened, or I won't tell anybody what happened. In the last case, asking somebody to do something. When you ask somebody to do something, so at the time of speaking, you say, okay, will you please turn the stereo down? I am trying to concentrate. So you took the decision now at the time of speaking. So you said, will you please? And will is forwarded before the subject because you are asking a question here. So the auxiliary verb will, the modal auxiliary verb will, is forwarded and comes before the subject at the beginning of the question. So it becomes to form yes or no question. It becomes like this: will you please turn the stereo down? I'm trying to concentrate. Another part here, you can use want to say that somebody refuses to do something. Here in this case, you give your opinion. When you give your opinion and it is negative, you use want plus the base form plus the verb. I have tried to give her advice, but she won't listen. She won't listen. Your opinion about her that she won't listen. So you say she won't listen. You express your opinion here. The car won't start. You are trying to start the car, but it is not working. So you say, the car won't start. This is your opinion. Means the car refuses to start. Part D, here in part D we speak about shall. I have already mentioned above that shall is used with I and we. So we can say shall I or shall we. This is used for suggestion or for offers. This form is used for suggestions or offers. Shall is used mostly in the questions shall I or shall we, and this question is used for offers or suggestions. We use shall I or shall we to ask somebody's opinion, especially in offers or suggestions. Shall I open the window? And here the doer of the action is the speaker. So the question comes like this: shall I open the window? And the speaker here asks somebody else about his or her opinion about opening the window. Do you want me? This means, do you want me to open the window? I have got no money. What shall I do? You are asking a suggestion from somebody else, or you are asking the advice of somebody else. You say, what shall I do? Here shall is used also. Shall we go? Just a minute, I am not ready yet. This is a suggestion. Shall we go? Where shall we go this evening? Asking about a place to go, asking about a suggestion for a place to go. So the person says, where shall we go this evening? Here is a comparison now between shall I and will you. Shall I shut the door? This is a suggestion or asking for opinion. Do you want me to shut the door? Will you shut the door? I want you to shut the door. If we look at the first example, you will find that the doer of the action, the person who's supposed to do the action, is the speaker. In the case of shall I shut the door, when you use shall, what comes after it here? I, the speaker himself or herself, is the doer of the action. And when you look for the second example, or when you look at the second example, you will find that is written like this: will you shut the door? Means the speaker is asking somebody else to shut the door. So the doer of the action is someone else, and here in this case it is you, someone else. So with will, the person who's asking for opinion is not the doer of the action, and in the case of shall, the person who's asking for the opinion, he is the doer of the action. He is the one who's supposed to do the action. That's all. Thank you.